ai déjà dit de mettre public et il recommence à ne pas l'accepter. Pourtant j'ai fait exprès de corriger le truc. Ça prend pas en compte, ça fait beaucoup.
But I also like on YouTube and like another one.
Partager. Copier le lien. Alors, hello guys, I'm here. I'm just announcing the stream on Facebook just quickly. Had a picture. Oh, sorry, I'm so tired. Okay. Spectateur, chat, okay. Sorry guys. Hello everybody. The camera is not, hang on. I'm not usually using the webcam, so I'm trying to, it's still too far. It's a bit of an oldish webcam, so I'm gonna scooch. I have to look at my my tablet, so can't really look at you guys, but I'm still here. I'm working on a coloring page for Patreon/Kofi/ my store. Basically, it's gonna be used in all the different places, and this is a new artwork that I've completed yesterday. So this is how she looks. Quite happy with the result, and I am making it a coloring page. Now it's a slightly different design because I worked on the butterflies based from, like, what is this? Okay, from a concept art of the painting that wasn't finished yet, so the placement is slightly different because after making the line work, I actually redrew the butterflies on my painting to have them slightly the same shapes and everything, but I didn't trace over my artwork, so it's not extremely accurate to the actual drawing because, well, I didn't trace. So but because it's a lot of work on the butterflies, I don't want to redo everything to match the artwork, so I'm just gonna basically the coloring page would be slightly different than the original artwork, but it's not a big deal for me. I'm hoping that some people will show up. I haven't really announced the stream a lot, so we're just gonna wait for people to show. But since I have to work on this, might as well just record the process. I'm using Photoshop with the standard set, which is by Kyle. This is the ultimate pencil, which is like my favorite brush to sketch and do line work. It's like a pencil sketch brush. It's a pretty cool brush. And my tablet is a screen tablet. This is the XP Pen 16 or 15.5. I'm not sure exactly, I don't remember. Pro, and it's my gift to myself about a year ago. It was on sale, and I've been wanting a screen tablet for like so long, but there was just some of the Wacom one, and they were quite pricey. You know, the Cintiq and Cintiq Pro, so expensive. So I'm glad that I was able to get more like affordable brands. So I'm happy that I waited, and now I get to have a screen tablet that is pretty cool, and I only paid like 300 and I think 360 euros. Like a Wacom tablet, like a Cintiq, is like over 1,000. It's really expensive. So this one was much cheaper, and I do all of my coloring pages on digitally now. I used to do them on paper, but had a lot of work retouching the files, fixing a lot of things. So now it's just a lot cleaner if I'm doing this with the computer. So that's why I'm doing it tonight. I'm hoping to finish this today. I should probably announce the stream on my Patreon page as well, and on the coffee page, just so I can have like a few more people coming over. Let's post a picture. This I'm streaming right now, finishing up the coloring page. Come on, camera. will be fun. Let's go on Patreon and post as well. Picture. Coloring page. Next up. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. I don't think I will stream for like a long time, but I really would like to finish this artwork, so just gonna push. And get it done. I'm wondering, like, I think I am I don't know if I'm counting as someone who watches the actual streamer, but I know my maybe someone else is watching it. There's like literally nobody. No one is watching. Maybe it's a bit too soon. Also, I'm usually streaming on Thursday, not on Wednesdays. Maybe that's why. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. So much work. This is taking forever. I mean, I like, it's pretty hard sometimes to render the, based on the artwork, because there's a lot more, shading, and there's just so much going on that I have to be very careful with like what line I'm selecting when I do the line work. It doesn't have to be perfectly accurate to the actual artwork, because everyone is going to customize the actual designs. You know, you can make it your own, so that's the entire point of making it a coloring page. But I still want to get the essence of my actual artwork. It has to look as close as possible. It's taking a lot of time. I don't have anything really automated. Everything is done by hand, you know. I even tried to use like different plugin stuff or like AI with my own artwork just to generate like a coloring page of it. It didn't really work, so I'm making it myself. Even if it is taking a lot more time, I feel like just the only way to make this look nice. And I like this very sketchy look, so that's why I'm using this the pencil brush on Photoshop, so I could have like this very soft look. It's not super accurate. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, it needs to be slightly more shadow here. No, this. Okay. Let's work on the lips. I'm sorry if I'm yawning all the time. I'm really tired right now. Had a pretty rough day. I worked out in the morning. I was really happy with my workout. Trying intermittent running. So like I'm running and then I'm walking and then I'm running again. And I trying to train my body, you know, getting more active, toning, you know, gaining muscle and stuff. It was pretty tiring, but also really nice to be able to do it. And then I just worked on different things. Kind of late in the game. I had a bit of trouble, you know, being like just focusing on my work. And I had a medical appointment, and you know, was pretty tired. I saw my therapist, and we talked about things that I struggle with, and those are kind of new to me. She recommended that I see a specialist for like stuff in regards to my body being in pain for various things, and we don't really know what causes that. I blame it on the diabetes, but maybe there's other reasons. Maybe it's psychological, and we need to sort that out. But it's pretty stressful just to don't really know what's going on with my body, so got me pretty worried and upset slightly. So just a lot of worrying today, just a lot of things in my head, so that's why I'm just like exhausted. But today is just one of those days. Tomorrow will be better, and I think that eventually I'm gonna find out why I'm experiencing so much physical pain, hopefully. But anyways, that's why I am streaming slightly earlier than usual, and not for as long as usual as well. Should I add like the freckles? I think so. I mean, my character has freckles, so I'm just gonna add them. I think the scaling doesn't help. It looks like... Does it look like freckles? Yeah, I'll just fix that maybe later. Or maybe I'll just remove them because maybe not everyone wants to have freckles. I mean, it's closer to the original art, but it doesn't have to be. It's taking forever. I mean, it's fun actually. I'm making a lot of progress. I'm done with the face. I mean, I just have the hair to do. I have more of the hair down with like the arms and the flowers. I don't know if I'm gonna draw the actual background. Maybe, I don't know yet. I'm just gonna finish working. Why is this? What did I do? Hang on, what's happening here? Why is this? Did I erase the face? Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm just gonna. It's not working. Hang on. I have to fix some things. I'm just gonna cover all of that. It shouldn't. Why is this? Oh, okay, let's fix that. Just have to fix this slightly. I'm just gonna save that second file so I can have a backup if I want to. I think we're good to go. Now I just have to, yeah. I feel like the lips aren't extremely accurate to the actual artwork. Just fix that out. pretty hard to outline watercolors because they tend to do rather random things. So I don't have actual lines for the lips, so they don't really look exactly like hers in a way. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Maybe this should be slightly higher. But it's fine. And yeah, let's just work on the hair right here. It's coming along. Why am I doing all the time? I'm doing super long hair. It's taking ages to to do line work of this. I think I should do more like short hair people at some point. I mean, I do really like working on hair, so it's fine, but it is taking so much more time. And I don't even have like the actual like basic shading. I'm just doing outlines for now, so I still have a lot of work. Ooh, there's a big straight line to do. I don't like those. It's pretty hard to do on paper. It's harder to do on screen. I have to zoom out to try. Yeah, it's pretty hard to do. I feel like it's still slightly easier to just be zoomed in a bit. Nope. Anyways, hello guys. Hi. I see we have like a little spike of people coming over. Welcome. Please just stay and stick around and talk to me so I can have some things to chat about, because I don't have a lot to say if nobody is talking to the chat or anything. I mean, I could talk about me and I could talk about my work, but I'm pretty focused right now. I want to finish making this coloring page for my Patreon / Kofi page / art store, so I'm getting somewhere. I still have a lot of shading to do. I'm doing just the basic outlines for now. I'm trying also to figure out like a different style, so it's not too already too shaded in a way. But I don't like when coloring pages are like super blank, like just black lines and that's it. I like to have a bit of shading and some movement, you know, in the actual line. This is just my style, and I don't want to, you know, drift away too much from that. Maybe people like solid lines, you know, better, but I like this sketchy look. But for now, I'm just sticking to making like sure that I do. Oh, my boyfriend just like tried to call me. It completely changed. My mic is saturating. It shouldn't be, because I only have one audio. It's strange because I only have one audio stream. Maybe I can just hang on, I'm gonna try something. Maybe it's gonna fix the issue. I'm gonna try to use the actual camera that I use as mic and replace that So I need to mute this, then put that on top and fix the scaling. Hang on. And how do I change that it's completely flipped out? I don't know where it is. What did I do that? How did I do this? Inclinaison? No, I think it's in the filters. Transition. Mode de fusion. Transformer. Yay! I'm hoping that this is fixing the issue. I don't know how to zoom. My boyfriend just told me that the audio is like doubled in a way, but it's not possible because I only have one source. And the stream, I've muted my stream, and so I only have this picking up the audio. I don't know why it's not working in a way. Maybe it's the music that makes it weird. I don't know. It shouldn't be picking up on anything else. If anyone is watching in the chat, can you tell me, like, do you have any issues with the audio? Is it like saturating in some sort? Shouldn't be. I literally have just one source. It shows on my stream there's only one working and actually picking up on the audio, so I really don't know what's going on if it's not working. What's left here? I'm just gonna, well, I have to do it all, so I'm just gonna scooch right here, work on the lids. The audio is good? Okay, thank you, Alice. Thank you. I just want to check because that would be, you know, kind of sad if I like started working and I talk for like I don't know how long with the audio being terrible. Oh, why did I do so? There's so many grass. Grass. I'm looking for a word in English. Des brins d'herbe. I have no idea. I don't know how you say this word. Blade. Blade of grass? Really? Pretty intense to call that a blade, but maybe that's what Google Translate is saying. It's brin d'herbe. Un brin in French. And grass is herbe with an H. Too many. Way too many. I mean, on the artwork itself, it's pretty detailed, but it's a little bit blurry / abstract. You know, there's a bit of texture going on. So I don't have like every single grass strand thing being sketched out, so can't really do that on the actual line work itself. But if I just do random shapes, I don't think people might be a bit confused on like what is what. So I'm still trying to be somewhat precise on what I'm sketching out, but it's definitely a little bit random because I didn't really, again, sketched out, painted out every single thing on my actual paintings. So I'm figuring out things right now and be like, okay, This is kind of random, but we're gonna go with that. And just hopefully people who color this will not be too confused. Because it's supposed to be quite dark, but that's my original. That's just the way I made it. Not everyone is going to want to make this as dark as what I did. So we're gonna have to figure out where each it's not a hair, each grass blade is, which can make it a little bit tricky. Now I don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just being a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my sketches and all. Like, I want people to be just to understand how things are made and like what they're supposed to look like in a way, even though it's quite free. You can make it your own, you can change the colors based on my own artwork or not. You can, you know, you have a lot of freedom, but it's still a coloring page of a specific artwork. So if it doesn't really show enough information of what is what, it can be harder to color. So, let me put back on chat. Nice to see you back. Oh, thank you, Alice. Thank you so much for checking in. I've been back for like almost 2 months, so I don't know if you have seen my last videos. I'm trying to fall back into the algorithm. YouTube is being quite selective with what videos it shows to my subscribers and all. So if you haven't seen my other videos or anything, I would really appreciate if you could check that out. Every time someone comes back on YouTube, it's pretty hard to be still like relevant and all. And so if you see a video from like an artist that you like and that you haven't seen in a while, give them a like, you know, check their other videos, and just in case they uploaded something else, because it's going to help a lot in the algorithm. That means the next time I'm posting, you might actually be able to see my new videos instead of just being like completely oblivious to that because YouTube might have hidden it. That means YouTube might not be as likely prone to hiding my content. They will recommend the content even more if they realize that more people are watching it. It's basically just like a snowball effect. The more people just come over and watch and like and react to the content, the more it will most likely be recommended to the same people or even more people the next time I'm uploading. So yeah, it is making actually a big impact. When we say like please like, subscribe and comment, it is very important to share and like and be there and be present. It's completely free for you guys, but it really does have a lot of impact in the way that artists are able to reach out to more people and to spread our work and everything. And for those who make a living, it also has a big impact on their income. The more views, the more chances you have to get sponsorship. You have more chances to also have traffic on your store. So it is pretty important. Just if you don't or can't spend any money on an artist that you really like, you can just share their content, comments, you know, do spread the word, and it will help a lot and really just made a huge difference. And yeah, and you can also try to turn on notification. I don't know really if it is working on YouTube, but at least you didn't get a notification. Yeah, that's because YouTube doesn't want my videos to be seen by my actual subscribers. A lot of my subscribers, even some from like very old age, you know, Sakuems, like they only discovered recently that I've been starting to post again, even though I've been back for like almost 2 months. So it's pretty annoying. But yeah, will you be streaming every week on the same day? Well, it is supposed to happen. Right now I'm trying to stream either Wednesday or Thursday,
but I won't be able to do that in July because I'm attending a medical stay for like diabetes and all of my physical pain and everything. So I'm gonna have to be well, first of all, I'm not home, so I won't have access to my computer, and I'm also going to be able I won't be able to stream because I have to get up pretty early for a couple of weeks. So it's a bit of an exception to my yet to be set schedule. I will definitely be streaming every week in August. Maybe starting the last week of July, I might do that, and it will be either on Wednesday or Thursday. For now, because I don't have a set schedule and I am not entirely sure that I will be able to do that, I haven't really posted the actual schedule on YouTube, but definitely for sure when I will be back from this medical thing in August or maybe September, for sure I will have one stream each week. I really enjoy working live. I make lots of progress whenever I'm doing that. I can work like for 2 to 3 hours and I can exchange with you guys. It's pretty fun. It has a lot of watch times to my YouTube, so I'm really glad with that. Especially starting back in September and October, I will have a lot more content because I'm planning on doing a big Halloween release, and I'm also going to do Inktober, which means that I might and will probably stream a lot of that challenge, and not every day of course, but I will definitely stream every week. Now I also have surgery planned for the fall, and that will probably result in like a 10-day-ish or 15-day without a stream. But if I do stop, I will of course let you guys know. But you can basically just mark your calendars that starting probably after July 25th, so not in July but just the last week, I will be streaming probably every Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure yet. I like both days. I feel like Wednesdays is slightly better, but in the starting in September, I might have to do that, yeah, because I will be at home for specific events on the Tuesday nights, so might as well just also do a streaming on Wednesday, and then I can go back to my apartment, to my boyfriend's place. The only reason why I can't really focus on a specific schedule also is because I don't have a car and there's no public transport at night. So if I stream, I have to sleep at my place. Basically, I can't do that elsewhere. Technically speaking, I could also have my equipment and stream at my boyfriend's place, but I'm not sure on like how I'm going to handle all of that in September. I just know that for August I'm going to be able to stream once a week, hopefully. So yeah, that's a very long answer just to explain that yes, my plan is to stream every week for a couple hours, hopefully. And hopefully people will get notification, you know, just have a bit more traffic. The more I do it, that will be really nice to have, you know, more interaction with people, just a bit more reach, and be able to exchange with you guys. That would be really fun. But I'm really glad that I'm able to, oh, hang on, I'm making a mess, to just go back to this. I mean, I used to stream a tiny bit back in the day, but I had pretty bad internet, so I couldn't really do really well, I guess. I was pretty laggy, not good quality. Now I have pretty fast internet, so I can actually make proper live streams, which is nice. might do like some challenges, you know, or like working on sketchbooks, on a sketchbook to cour. What? Why? I'm putting French in the middle of a sentence. Just, I'm tired. I would really like to do more like challenges, or like, yeah, like sketchbook, filling up a page kind of video, or like random tutorials, things like that. Just, you know, I think a bit more fun in like the content that I'm making. That would be quite interesting to do. I don't know how much I will be able to do stop saying back. When we get to September, like because the Halloween release is a lot of work, and I have to start working on that in August. So that's why I'm also planning on streaming in August, because I think I'm gonna stream a lot of Halloween like prep thing. I'm mainly launching like a coloring book. I'm gonna have maybe like some actual artworks, maybe some sticker designs, like planner pads things. I don't know, there's a lot of things that I would like to do, and there's a lot of things that I don't know if I can or will be able to do, because it's quite pricey to do lots of merch. So I'm gonna have to select carefully what I'm working on. Hopefully I will have enough support to be able to release everything that I want to do. But I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Right now I know that I can definitely make Halloween content, like Halloween artworks and all, and I can make the Halloween coloring book, and maybe like more digital content, because those are completely free to produce. So we'll see how everything is coming along in the next couple of weeks. It's not the priority, because I have other things to finish in July, and then started in August I'm definitely going to start working on the Halloween. I do already have a few things ready for like coloring pages and some concept art, but there's still a lot more to do, because it's not just like a coloring set that I do like on Patreon. It's an actual coloring book, not book, like it's a larger set. There's like 15 designs, so that's a lot of work. And because I'm going on holidays the first 2 weeks of September, I know that I won't be able to work as much in September. I have to factor in the days off that I'm taking, you know, which means more work for me in August, so I can actually take time off, you know. The things we do for like when you're self-employed and you don't have sick days or paid days off, you know, you have to plan ahead on your workload so you don't feel too much stressed out when you have to actually, you know, get time off. I think it's pretty hard to really be completely off, because I run a store, so of course I'm gonna still think about it, but I wish and I'm hoping that I will be able to actually relax and be on holidays, you know, when I'm going on holidays and not having to worry about like stuff getting done and everything. I think I should work on the hair before doing the grass thing, but I'm gonna do that on a separate layer because it's pretty messy right here, and I have to remember to save. I don't know, you guys, if you work on the computer, but like sometimes you just get in the zone and you work really hard on something and you completely just forget that you are supposed to save your work. I remember once, I think I worked for like almost an hour on a new file called Untitled for like an hour, and I didn't lose my work, but I was like, girl, you have to be careful. I mean, one day I'm going to lose my work just because I'm working on like freaking Untitled for like 2 hours. I'm gonna grab something to drink and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Ah, water is life. Oh, I'm sorry for yawning. So hair. Well, maybe just the arms first. I don't really like where it's landing right now, but I'm just gonna work on the arms and we'll just figure out the grass thing after. I wish we'd be able to work in layers on an actual paper, like on a painting and all, because it would be so much easier to do, like, follow some specific lines and work in different, well, actual layers in life, because, you know, like foreground and like things in the background and all. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit harder. It is easier with gouache because you can just overlay colors. But if they're like lighter colors, it's easier. If you're working really dark, sometimes if you work light on top, it can be kind of muddy and blend too much. So it's a little bit harder, I think. But I don't have that issue on the computer. I can just like, okay, where is the freaking grass? It's here. Okay. It's a good thing that I can easily erase things. Okay, this is here. This is supposed to be here. I think we are good to go. Yeah, I would really like to have layers in life. So now I can focus on the rest of the grass. And then I can go back on the layer where I did the hair and remove everything that isn't supposed to be here. And that's how you get your perfect, you know, foreground and background thing. Hair coming on top. I have to, no, hang on, it's the wrong layers. Okay, saving up. I'm almost done with the, hang on, I'm actually done. Not almost, I have finished that side already. Yeah, that's cool. I only have to do the top section now. Yoo-hoo! I'm happy. I'm happy because this has been on my to-do list for like a month. So, you know, have to get it done sometime. Sooner than later. I mean, the only reason why I haven't done that yet is because the actual artwork, that girl right here that you see, took me like 30 plus hours. I don't even remember at this point. I stopped counting. So much hours. So much time, so many hours working with like tiny brushes and making sure I have like tons of details and everything. It was tedious. Really fun to do. Like, I really like how it turned out, but it's a lot of work. I'm trying to find a better technique that allow me to have nice contrast and a painterly look, but that doesn't take me 30 plus hours to complete, because I first of all, I have to work kind of faster than that, because if you have, I mean, you don't know, but like as a freelancer, my time has to be split in various different tasks. I can't just be painting. I have research to do, social media management, store management. I have to like find new customers if I have to. I have to package orders. Like I'm basically just doing it all, and it's an amazing thing to be able to basically handle every single stages and manage myself. I'm like my own boss. It's a pretty cool job, but it's also a lot of different hats to wear, you know, in during the day. And the actual creative process isn't the majority of what I'm doing, but it's taking a huge chunk, definitely. And the thing is, because I have so many other things to do, every single artwork is taking a lot of time because I have to work on something else in between sessions. So when I said that I spent like 30 hours on this painting, it took almost a month because I was able to work a few hours here and there. And then I had to work on something else, like finish up something else, or start a new project, do more sketching and research, you know. And I can't just like work on the same piece 30 hours straight because, well, first of all, I'm being bored and I need like a fresh eye sometime. I feel like it's nice to have a step back before you just immerse yourself like in one specific painting. And I had also personal life things, you know. I have been chronically sick, so my weeks are kind of like sometimes I'm finding the word. I'm busy just going to medical appointments or trying to rest because I'm being like tired or like in pain for some reason. And you know, I have like to find social life, and just my personal life is also taking time. And so everything combined makes it that, you know, this is taking forever, and I can't have that luxury to just like sometimes spend 30 plus hours on just one artwork because I need to have more content just like for my social media. So I'm trying to find a way to create content that is also slightly faster to produce, so I can compensate for specific pieces like this one who took forever. For like one very long artwork, I'm trying to find a way to make like 2 to 3 smaller pieces. That takes a couple hours, and then that's it. Looks really good, love it. Thank you, Alice, thank you. As I'm talking, I'm actually working on the background. I feel like if I want to be true to my original, I have to create the pattern, but I don't want it to be too obvious, so I might just play with the opacity at some point. But for now, I'm just like sticking to making sure I somewhat follow like the wavy texture that I've created on the original, and then I'll just adjust the opacity once I'm done with that. And then work a bit more also on like the shading, some shading for the line work itself, just to help defining I can't speak, defining the design itself, just to help people who are going to color this, but not too much. So at work. I'm almost done. I'm so happy. This is I mean, it didn't took that long. Actually, I think the line work for this maybe 3 hour ish. Was pretty fast. I mean, I'm used to I have like a pretty strong technique. I know how to do things, I guess, with the style that I want for those. So I'm pretty efficient. But also compared to the insane amount of time the original took, it feels very fast to work on the line work. I only have to trace my work and do like some basic shading, so of course it's a lot faster. So that's pretty cool. And I think we're done. I mean, for the basic outlines, I'm gonna everything is on the same layers. I'm just gonna quickly check the shape of the eyes. I think it needs to be a little bit more shadowed, I guess. Slightly more shadows, yeah. On this one. Just gotta quickly check. It is somewhat the same height. It's actually quite close, so yeah, it is pretty accurate on that side. It's just that the angle is slightly different. It doesn't really bother me, as eyes aren't supposed to be like completely symmetrical, so that's okay with me, you know. But I still feel like it's a little bit too different in terms of the highliner-ish effect. I'm just gonna quickly just enhance a tiny bit of that, and then I can put it like full opacity and start working only on the line itself, like not with my actual artwork underneath. And this is where I see where I need to enhance some of it, so it's a little bit more readable and people understand what's going on, especially in the background, like on the bottom. I don't know if I should like make the grass much darker so you can actually figure out where everything is. I'm wondering. I think I need to define things slightly more on the actual sketching thing portion. I think the torso should come like somewhere here. And do a tiny bit of shading in some places. Thing is though, if I'm starting to shade things, I have to do it everywhere, and it's a lot of work. But it also looks so much better when I do that. And by basic shading, I'm talking more like those like small, you know, lines and here and there. Just like some places are slightly darker. It just makes it a little bit more realistic, I guess. But I have to be careful because it gets pretty dark really easily if I'm not careful. And I don't want actual like grayscale looking art. So might have to be subtle, you know, with that. But again, if I'm starting to make it everywhere, I'm gonna have to make it everywhere, which means that it's a lot of work, a lot more work. So either it's completely done right now and I'm not touching it anymore. What I could do though is just, I can try to enhance everything, but I don't know if I want this to be this dark. I feel like it's better when it's softer. Maybe I can enhance a tiny bit Yeah, just like slightly more. This is a little bit more enhanced. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep it that way or if I should do like a bit more shading. Technically there is some shading in some places and I feel like it would be better if I did it everywhere. And so should probably just try to do that. Just to have some like more cohesive, easier like to understand results. So that means shading pretty much every single piece. That is a lot of work. I'm going to be smart about that and just do in like very specific places just to help. I don't really like it that way. I have to use a different angle. Hang on, just gonna be careful with that. I'm trying to just like add a tiny bit of the shadow of the hair. Technically this is not something I have to do. It should be done with the actual like coloring. The person who's going to color this. But I still really like when it's already, you know, helping out a tiny bit. You know, there's some movement. It's not just a completely blend. And this tiny bit of shading in some places. It just helps, you know, understanding the picture, even though it's not actually, there's nothing that really just forces me to do so. Just makes it logical because most of my artworks have a tiny bit of shading, so if I don't have it, it looks like it's missing. I mean, it does to me. It doesn't mean that it's doing that for a lot of people, but I just feel like something is missing if I don't do it. And it does have an impact, I think, like on the, I don't know, it just makes everything pop. It's just slightly more polished. Gives a bit of dimension to the piece. But again, I'm not going to do that everywhere on the hair because it would be taking so much time. I haven't really sketched out here. I missed one spot. Here. There's like a blank, complete blank spot. It doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be that way. Since I did every hair strand, I should focus on making sure that I don't forget one. Okay, how do I approach this? Should I enhance everything that is dark? I guess so. That's a lot of work, but it will look so much better if I do that. Okay, if I do this, I have to start tomorrow. I'm so tired. I don't think I can do that today. It's not super late, but I'm being super tired and I don't want to make a mess. What I'm going to do is not do the shading on the hair. I'm gonna do the rest of the elements and then I will do the hair tomorrow, you know, offline, just because I don't have systems. There's a lot more work than I thought I would have to do, so I'm just gonna stick to some of the basic enhancements in some places, and then I'll be going to bed because I feel like I don't need a lot more to make things slightly pop. looks really good. I love it. Thank you, Alice. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really like it too. I mean, I'm kind of fed up with the piece itself because I've been looking at it for so long. But if I'm taking a step back and I'm like, okay, you know, I like it. Looks good. Sometimes I'm just spending so much on like one specific artwork and I just like, I can't take a look at it for like weeks because I'm like, oh, too much of it. There's just too much sometimes. So I'm trying to understand what I've tried to do here. It looks really bad. But that I can't really, I don't want to redo the actual butterflies. It's a lot of work. Maybe I can just like tweak the wing just slightly so it doesn't show this random line that I don't want to have. I guess that will do. I don't really know what's going on behind this. Oh, actually it's just the petal of the flowers. Okay. I was like, what's going on here? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's what I get for not like following the artwork. The actual artwork underneath. There's a lot of shading to do. I mean, I don't have to, it just doesn't feel like finished to me if I don't do this. So I'm doing some shading. Oops. I mean, it just really helps making everything really pop. Like you have a clear understanding of what's going on, you know. And I can't really show you the before, but you know, looks better to me. Should probably just add some hair. I mean, it's not only the original, but it's also slightly less chunky. So maybe I need to fix some of that. Wrong thing, I need the brush. Looks a bit better if I have this. my god, a lot of work. Oopsie, making a mess. And technically the butterflies are transparent, so you should be able to see some of the hair, you know, underneath, but like this is so much work. I don't think it's gonna be, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just leave it that way. And for the rest, this is just like one very plain looking here, all of that. So I want to make it look like slightly more like, you know, just slightly more shaped, I guess. And that's a lot of work, which I'm not going to do tonight. I'll do that tomorrow, but I have other things to do tomorrow morning, so I don't know. Everything is put. Every time I am doing things, it just like takes so much more time. And I have other things to do tomorrow, so that leads me to like just pushing further everything on a to-do list, which I don't like, but I can't. I don't want to rush this. I don't want it to look bad. I want it to look good, so it's a lot of work. I said that I will do this like tomorrow, but everything done tonight, It's not something I have to do tomorrow. Sia, hello, how are you doing? Hi, Sia, welcome. Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. I have been better and I've seen worse, but right now I'm just slightly tired, but I'm okay. And yeah, hopefully I'll just get even better. At a pretty interesting week, I guess. There's, you know, on and off things, but I'm trying not to be too worried, because I have pretty bad anxiety all the time. But you know, I'm not gonna go back into depth about like how I feel, because usually it's pretty depressing, because that means I'm focusing on the things that aren't working right now, and those things are meant mainly financial, struggling financially, but besides that, I'm okay. Beautiful linework. Did you finish the painted version you were working on? Yes, I did. It's right behind it. It's completely done after like 30 hours of work. Here she is. And can show you like some of the close-up, the details, you know. Lots of work. So much work. And yes, it is completely done. And it's available on my Etsy store. The original and the print is on Etsy. And I am almost done with the actual line work. See what I'm talking about, like with some shading-ish? Here I have a bit, just make it closer. I have a bit more shading, you know, defining some of the hair strands compared to this side, which is completely just like flat, you know, basic lines. And this looks better to me. It's a completely like stylistic choice. I don't have to do it that way, but usually when I worked on coloring pages, I want to spend as much time as I want to on them, because I know that they're gonna be made and for sale for like years on, so might as well just do them really completely like to the best I can, even if it takes me a long time. And that's why I'm still like, you know, I want to make it like this. I want to have this rendering pretty much everywhere, which adds up like an hour, 2 hours of work, but that's about it, you know. That's fine. I'll just do that tomorrow, as soon as I get up. Oh no, you missed the start. Hello, Local Hobo. Thank you so much for coming. Which is, yeah, it's kind of sad because I was about to get off. I started like at 8:30, I think. It's a pretty short stream. I'm so exhausted. Like my eyes are like, I'm squinting, you know, on my tablet right now. I'm so tired. I wish my YouTube page was like working better, you know, with people actually getting notifications of when I'm streaming, but also don't have like a set schedule, so I you know, I can understand why people might not actually be here on time. Studying colors, I know you were debating how to color the bottom part, and that's so lovely. Yeah, this was a mind game for me, because I have to show you the original sketch. Hang on. This is how it looked before. Let me show you side by side, if I can manage to do that. Okay. I mean, I don't have like all the stages, but I can show you at least some of them. So on the left, if I can hide my face slightly. Let me put my face on the other corner right now. On the left is the, I guess like there's 2 layers-ish. As you can see, it was pretty random and like more like a bouquet thing going on here. And it's slightly more abstract looking on that side. and this was supposed to be the arms, you know. So things got changed quite a lot. The original reference was like some random, very small portrait that I found, but it was pretty blurry on the outer edges. So I had to figure out if I were to make it blurry myself or have some kind of things just popping, like nature-wise or abstract, like the background thing. I had no idea. I like the background being quite graphic here. It ended up being slightly more polished than what I was originally planning on doing. Even the actual hair is quite different. This was very much painterly, kind of sketchy looking, which I really actually really like. I wish I kept that a bit more, because the finished piece is a lot more polished, and I like that too, but I might have to figure out a way to make this on the left a purposely sketchy looking finish, and find a way to make more hair chunks than hair strands like this. But the bottom part was a struggle because I had no like guidelines. I had nothing to base the body on. Like, things were getting pretty blurry-ish. I wanted to finish the hair, so I had to cover everything, almost everything. Then the butterflies were not properly placed in a way. Things were not looking like what I wanted, and so I had to change a lot of it. As you can see, like the scaling is slightly different. I had make them, some of them were smaller, and I removed the one completely covered, then I added one on the shoulders, and you know, mixed it up. The flowers are the only thing that remained in the same position. I removed the one in the back here because I did some of the hair, and then the body changed completely because I actually incorporated the other side of the breasts, and then I worked on computer so I can figure out a way to incorporate more of the nature in the bottom without it to be too crowded, too like in your face. And at some point I almost like thought about cropping everything, but I knew that it would look better once I'm done with the shading. So that's why it ended up like this. I do have also, I don't know where I put that. Is it stuck in the in process thing? Yes, so that, maybe just put this, was the computer version of it. You know, I tried to place all the colors, you know, shaded everything. That was before finishing up the butterflies and all. So I did my best to manage, you know, fixing up. Because the original sketch, I don't know if I have the layers left on this, or is the, can I get my, yes. So this was the original rendering that I had. I placed basically all the darker shades first, and this looked really, well, dark, that's for sure, but it also looked like a giant block, and it was pretty intense, pretty like almost like unnecessary in a way, and it completely blocked the movement that I had. So once I worked again on computer, as you can see, I tried my best to get closer to find more movement in this area here, so I could like add more lighter shade and make it like purposely following the shape of the grass. And then by adding a lot more highlights and defining the shapes slightly more on the hair and everything, it turned out more balanced, less chunky-ish. And I was able to then render that on the actual artwork. It's not exactly the same. and but I followed what I had in mind, you know, like recreating like this wavy pattern, so I can, you know, make the grass still look like a band in a way, but not as much of a chunky band. It's most softer. It's softer definitely, but because there's a lot of layers, I couldn't really do a lot of shading per se, or like details on the leaves, so it's pretty subtle, I guess, in some places, and but it eventually turned out okay, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. This is like one of my best artwork, I mean, at least for the last couple of years. I'm really proud of how it looked, really proud of how it turned out. So yeah, and now the line work is almost done. I wonder, like, I don't know about this flower thing on top. I feel like the original, the one I made on the artwork, is slightly better looking, so I might have to tweak that out. That one, that giant purple one, is a lot different than the one I sketched out, so I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be slightly bigger or something. I mean, it looks okay in a way, but it's just I feel like it's making her head slightly too flat on this part. I need to see like full opacity, but I don't know, maybe something is not working here. I don't know. I'll have to have a fresh eye on that one, and that's for another day, because it's almost 11 p.m. and I am exhausted. We're gonna save that. I feel like I want to show you some sneak peek of things coming up. Stunning colors. Yeah, thank you. You just need to hear a thought process and you shape the grass to give more flow where you very well last night. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to have. I felt like, you know, trust the process, you know, because when you work with gouache, you have to also work with in layers, and so everything who's like, which is darker and in the background, has to be put at first. And you have to trust the process, be like, okay, I have my base layer, it's quite a dark, on the darker shades, and then you bring back some of the foreground thing and like the more lighter shades and defining that to make it also slightly more organic and not as like straight looking. Because the only issue that I have with the original rendering, like before doing the corrections, is that not necessarily on the left side too much, but everything else on the bottom right here, everything was pretty much like the same kind of chunky grass and the same size, and that's why it made it very much like a strip of glass, which I didn't want to. So it's a good thing that I'm able to have a bit more fun tweaking things on computer. That made it possible for me to go back to having more variation in everything, and the end result is actually even more organic, because there's more like random strands of, you know, grass just like in different directions, and it's not as much polished, I guess, as the computer version, I guess. So I really like that. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm gonna try to find some stuff before heading off to bed. I want to show you things I'm working on, like, and scene content, you know, things coming up, like in terms of, oh, sorry, coloring books. Let me just show you one of the design. This one. This is an unseen piece, and I'm gonna. You have the immense joy of taking a look at one of the designs that I've been working on for the Halloween release, which is based on Dia de los Muertos. I don't know exactly. I think it's Dia de los Muertos. So like, you know. And this is this one, which I called La Nueva Maldita, Novia Maldita, like cursed bride, I think. And I really like her, and I intend on coloring her in a way or another. I don't know. Lots of work on this, like a pretty cool pattern, and it took me forever to make this piece. But I'm really liking it. It's based actually on an old-ish concept art that I really liked, and I wanted to rework on that, and I had to figure out a way to find content, you know, to make the Halloween theme. And so this is based on this piece, which is like an original concept that I did a couple months ago on like this cursed bride with dripping blood and everything, which I actually didn't put on the other design because I feel like it's just a bit too crowded with the actual like patterns and everything. I fixed some of the butterflies, but the position is just almost the same, not exactly the same. And yeah. And I changed the background for this pattern, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to keep it that way, but this is one of the design that is going to be in the Halloween book. May I ask real quick what type of gouache you use? Of course you can. I really would like to answer to as many questions as you have, guys. Of course you can. I have a mix of I can't really show you that right now. I maybe have like a video at some point where I share my supplies and everything. I have different brands. The ones I use the most is the Himi gouache, the jelly gouache thing. It's a bit more versatile, it's pretty cheap, but the texture isn't ideal sometimes. It doesn't have the same like viscosity and like saturation as my more high quality gouache. And the white in the Himi gouache is an off-white. It's a bit more of a cream white, and I'm still on the lookout for cool tone white in gouache that is closer to the white of the paper. I'm gonna have to probably purchase a new like white base because white is the one that I use the most. So I have a lot of the Himi gouache, like, or Mia gouache, depends on the brand. I do also have some like Van Gogh or like Talents gouache. I have the designer gouache from Winsor & Newton, but it's pretty expensive, so I only have like 5 colors from that brand. Linel gouache and a few like ultra extra fine quality, but I use mostly, hang on, I'm gonna pick at least the brand that I'm using the most. Yeah, Linel. Trying to be in focus, I'm gonna extend that just to show you. So this one is the designer gouache. It's pretty blurry, I'm sorry you guys. Bring your light. I have the designer gouache from Winsor & Newton. This is like a pretty old brand. This is Linel. I don't know if you have that in your country. Pretty cool gouache. I got a lot of those colors on sale because I think there's a lot of those colors that are like discontinued in a way. This is from Le Franc and Bourgeois. I think it's a French brand, so I don't know if you have that. And then I think it's Talents. The Talents gouache. And this is one of the best that I have. Linework is a pretty cool brand. I have like one specific color. I think it's like a like deep purple-ish. Like it's a red tone purple. Pretty intense color. I really like it. And the thing is, it's a discontinued shade, and they replaced that with another shade, but it's not as vibrant, so I'm sad. So I had to get the designer gouache, I think red violet, which is the closest. But it's pretty expensive. Like the Winsor Newton designer gouache is so... Oh, pardon, Stitch. I knocked this guy over. The poor baby. Sorry. Designer gouache, pretty cool, pretty nice gouache, but expensive AF. It's pretty expensive. And I also have the, I'm trying to figure out, it's the Shinhan. I think it's like a Korean brand that I got on AliExpress. Pretty cool selection, pretty nice gouache. But I can't just keep on spending money on new colors because I already had like way too much. So saying sorry to tell you knocked over so relatable. Oh my god. Of course it's Stitch. It's a gift from my boyfriend. I don't want to hurt him. Oh, poor baby. I thought I was alone doing that, but yeah, every time I knock over like one of my little like creature, I'm like, oh, sorry. Sorry for the loud noise too. Some delicate details must have taken such patience, and their eyes are very striking already. Thank you, Thea. There's a freaking lot of details. Yeah. And I mean the original like sketch already was quite detailed, but I really like took it a step further for this one. I mean, I knew at some point I wanted to do like a Halloween content thing, so that's why I did my best to, you know, take advantage of that. This was actually done for like a feature in the... How do I reduce this freaking webcam? Oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong... Of course, that's why. For the Coloring Heaven Halloween release, last Halloween basically. And they had like an exclusivity for like 6 months-ish, so that's why now I can actually start releasing that for myself. So we have this design, and I have more. I guess I have like, technically I have 5 designs ready for the Halloween release, so I have 10 to create, because each of my now release has 15 designs. But I also have been making content every month for Patreon and Kofi, and I'm making 5 designs each month. 5 designs were done for the May content. I have 5 designs coming for June, and 5 for July, and 5 for August. But so I will basically have 2 giant release back in September. Why do I say back all the time? What's the opposite of that? Not back in September, but like coming up in September. I will have the Halloween release, like an actual set, and I will also have a collective-ish release from the past, you know, all the summer, and all the content I'm creating right now will be in a set. So I have two sets coming up basically for the fall. Lots of work, but I mean, I'm getting there. And I have other designs, but I will maybe show that in the next live, so you can come back and see what I'm working on. And I have like some stuff, you know, that you haven't really seen from me. It's a lot more darker, so I'm excited to start working on that. But yeah, this is so cool. Thanks so much to be You're so funny, you guys. Yeah, I literally apologized. Gotta let us wanting more. Yes, I have 4 designs. 4 designs. I think I thought I had 5, but maybe I misjudged. Halloween linework set. No, I do have 4 designs ready for Halloween. working on, of course, a lot more. This is one of them, you know, the Dia de los Muertos woman, and I have more designs, free that I can show, and that will be for the next live, because I mean, technically there's one I can already share because it's based from an artwork that I've already shared, and the two others are exclusive unseen designs I haven't shared anywhere. So I don't know, do you guys want to see one more, or should I keep them for later in the next stream? But it's going to be only last week of July. Yeah. I don't know, I want to show you another one. Allez, let me show you this one. It's not super fancy, it's one of the more basic ones, but there's some pumpkin designs. This is like based also from an artwork that I can show you if I have it somewhere. It's pretty old. Of course you want to see more, of course. I'm trying to find the pumpkin artwork that I did. It's a pretty old piece. I don't even think I have the HD scan of that one. So like it was a challenge. I used like cheap watercolors or something. I don't even remember that. Where is the pumpkin? Where are the pumpkin? I'm trying to figure out when did I work on this. I don't even have the file. That's funny though, because I should have at least one. Is it like in concept art or something? No. I'm gonna have to do a research. Search for pumpkin spiders. Well, it's a good thing that I pretty much have only results from the actual line work. I don't have the artwork? That's weird. Do I have like a PSD of some sort? No, this is not a PSD. This isn't either. Yes, this is a PSD file. Hang on. I do have the artwork. It's just right here. But it's not even like full opacity. Why didn't have... I thought I kept this, but I think it's under a different name or something. Just like, let me show you the actual artwork. This is like an artwork that I did a couple years ago, actually. Pretty small piece, you know, pretty fun. And I, you know, saving that up. And then turned into this, like pumpkin spider thing. Pretty simple, pretty easy to color. Like the little guys, you know, they have like little eyes and stuff. It's like a little bit random things, but you cute baby spider. The eyes are kind of off on this one. I have to fix this, but this is a cute baby. This is a baby spider. Anyways, I am doing random things now because I'm exhausted. So that's that. Slightly different from, you know, what I've been working on today. Definitely. Gotta save that. Close. Then close that one. Close that one. Close that one. And I'm just gonna leave you with the spiders. The baby spiders and the babies. Maybe I should have eyes on that one, or just add another one that doesn't have any eyes. That's just a cute one.
Yes, I want to do cute spiders. Blindly cute spiders.
I mean, I don't like creepy stuff. I don't want to be scared. So that's why I'm doing like cute stuff. Technically, the other designs that I haven't shared, the 2 other designs that I haven't shared, there's one that is cute-ish, but I want to change it before sharing that. I have to tweak the style a tiny bit. And the last one that I already done is a lot very different. I haven't done that ever again in the like drew like something really different, and I will share that in the next lives or something. We'll see how that goes, but I don't have a lot more to share. I have like some concept-ish things. I'm mixing up different references and all. I have like a dark witch, vault, and like a magical apprentice. I have so many different things. So this is on the to-do for August. This is not on the to-do for now. So yeah, that's basically it. This is what I've been working on. I'm quite happy. Adore those colors. Even the spiders are cute. Real high use purples and blues for shading and the complements and race. Yes, the colors for like the actual. I really like making. I think like adding complementary colors is really interesting. And I usually don't really use a lot of like orange tones, so I'm trying to go back to like fall colors and all. So yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm gonna stop right here. It's 11, a bit more past 11, and I am exhausted. Thank you so much for joining tonight. A bit of a late start, but I'm glad I had a few people just coming over, to chat and ask questions, and I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Was glad just, sharing more of the stuff that I'm working on and things coming. And I managed to almost finish the actual line work for like my last piece, so I'm pretty happy with that. As for the next stream, definitely going to try to do one. I think I might have to do one maybe on the weekend, at the end of July-ish, or that will lead us to maybe July 31st, like the last day of July, like 1st of August. We'll see how that goes, but I think it's going to be in a month, because there's no way I'm getting to bed at like 11 the next couple of weeks. I have to get up pretty early, so we'll see. If I have a schedule that is making it for me, if I'm able to actually stream at night, I will do it. Maybe on the 24th or 25th, but I can't guarantee that. But definitely end of July for sure. So thank you so much for joining and for taking a look at all of this. Have a lovely rest of your day or night, or good morning, I don't know. But thank you for joining. Thank you for checking this. If you'd like to support me, you can, as I said, subscribe and follow, like, comment, do anything. You can share my content. You can check my Patreon or Kofi page or my Etsy store. Again, you can just share my store link. It will be a huge help to increase traffic. So there's a lot of ways you can support me. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye guys! Mwah!